Welcome.
Hello, freshman girls. Need help writing a paper? I'm sure you did. That's why you came here.
Today we're going to tell you about how to write a research paper. The first step you got to do to write a research paper is to come up with an introduction. In your introduction, you will introduce what your topic is going to be, give a little bit of background knowledge, and then you state what the research problem is, what the research questions are, significance, and the final sentence should be your thesis statement. The thesis statement should state the points you're going to make throughout the rest of your paper. After the introduction is the review of related literature. In the last paper we wrote, we had to write about memes. So in order to do a good introduction, I introduced what memes were. I then gave research problems and then research questions explaining what we were going to research in our paper about memes in regards to portable music. I then came up with a thesis statement that stated what the rest of my group members were going to write about for the rest of the paper.
For paper 4, I wrote the review of literature section. I started with the primary source of Richard Dawkins' The Selfish Gene, and from there got supplemental tertiary sources from which to gather data about the gene or the meme of portable music players. First, I took concepts from Richard Dawkins' The Selfish Gene and applied them to the sources I found in the tertiary sources. Knowing this information, I was able to follow 3 steps that the authors line out in the craft of research. The first step is knowing what data is pertinent. Since there are no articles specifically about the meme of portable music players, I had to find sources that had data concerning this meme. Then, the next step is finding sources that are not predictable to make your article interesting. The authors suggest finding sources that have data correlating to your topic but aren't specific to that topic so to draw readers in. To do this, I found articles about the Sony Walkman and the iPod that didn't relate to the meme but were still pertinent to the topic. Thirdly, you have to test the relevance and the reliability of your sources. To do this, you need to find out whether your sources actually have anything to do with your topic, and the authors suggest reading the abstracts, the introductions, and the conclusions of these topics to find out whether or not they actually have anything to do with your source. To scan for the reliability, there are several questions that the authors suggest you ask. Is the source reputable? Is it peer-reviewed? Is it sponsored by a reputable organization or publisher? Is it available online or as a print resource? Is the article current or is it outdated? Is there any bibliographical data reliable, such as the author or the date? If you can find sources that meet these criteria, your review of literature section should hopefully support your thesis.
For the methodology section, all you have to do is get data or a questionnaire. For paper 4, the methodology section that I did consisted of statistics and data that included information about the portable iPod or portable music player. It went from which became popular in the early 80s to what's popular now to how many people have purchased this in past and future. Any other topics on the methodology, you could also do a questionnaire. In other previous papers, we have gone and interviewed other students and some faculty members about the paper or questions that we had or their opinions on different topics.
So in the discussion section of paper 4, basically discussion is designed for a big bullshit section in which you basically add length to the paper and you just speak generally about the topic. And in the discussion section of our paper in specific, I stepped away from the scientific jargon and the mimetic themes, and I just kind of looked at music and art in relation to the portable music player as a form of human expression, which is what art is, and how it allows people to connect with their own culture and other cultures as well. It's kind of a bridge to different worlds, so to speak.
I did the limitations of the study and implications for further research. When you're doing the limitations of the study, you must think about what you could not control. An example of this is when interviewing someone who's not being paid to participate in the interview. This is a problem because they'll most likely not be willing to give the whole truth or really think in depth about what it is you're asking them. And then the implications for further research, You must be able to think about how someone else could expand on the topic that you just read about later in the future.
To write a conclusion, you just sum up whatever you said in the paper. As an example, to conclude this video project, we explain how to write an introduction, review of related literature, methodology, discussion, implications of further research, and limitations to the study. And right now I'm giving you the conclusion. You stay classy, IUP.
Thanks for watching.